I don't hear any noise. What the hell's going on here? There we go. Alright, welcome back everyone. We're live. It's Zenith Online Racing, Season 6, Round 5. This is Tier 1. This is the Canadian Grand Prix, the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. Home race for Puff Digital. I don't know if we got any other Canadians in the field. I'm trying to think. Honorary Canadian for the day, Doth. Man, I met at this very circuit. What feels like ages ago. It was really only a couple of years ago, but Mr. Doth, back in Canada. Must feel nice. So far, well, I've been to 2 races here and walked the circuit both times after the race, and man, it's such a nice little track to walk. You know, it doesn't. I guess you can kind of tell in sector 1 and 2, but there is a lot of trees, and you know, it's a nice little man-made island, and really nice little place to be, and great park and great subway system, and just a wonderful city. So if you ever get a chance to go, highly recommend it. We're on board with Packer. He is your Season 5 champion. He's got a lot of work to do to defend that title. I think he's 92 points behind Jinnit right now. So he's got a lot of work to do if he wants to retain that title. We're on round 5. It has to start happening now. Jinnit's been on form, and he's going to be tough to beat. So Packer's got to step it up and start putting these consistent races together and scoring good points here. So nice lap from QVR Packer there, a 109.6. Beck his way through the hairpin. He's on a flyer. Let's check in with Beck. Beck's been pretty quick this year. He's found a little more consistency as well. He's been having a much better season so far. Still prone to some majestic crashes, but definitely has improved, and he's definitely I guess it still counts, but he did botch it there with lost a lot of time, so we have some work to do. Cobalt actually goes fastest here. Nice job from him. Hayden seems like he's got his internet issue fixed. He's in the lobby. He was worried might be missing the race. Puff still on an outlap, it says. I guess he's just starting his flyer, but it's home race, it's Canada, it's Puff Digital. You know what time it is. Come on, chat. It's time to get digital, baby. Let's see what he can do here. Can he deliver a top 3 start for the Puff Digital fans here today? It's a home race. Oh, and he stacked the wall pretty hard. That's not the way he wants to be starting. Not what you want to be doing. So he's probably going to... Grim's here to watch Puff knock it digital. Beautiful. I just opened the chat. Good. 11 people tuned in. Good to see. Everybody's ready for some racing after that break week. It's been 2 weeks since we had an official race, and here we are. Yeah, so Puff makes a mistake there. Let's check in with another driver. Puff's probably going to come into the pits, I would imagine. Get himself a new wing. Good stuff. Comes Hayden barreling down the back straight. Ate a lovely poutine down this straight one time. Poutine. I'm sure Bobby will give me shit for that one, but for you, the average Canadian says poutine. You know, that's what most people say. But it is their food, so man, there's a lot of good poutine in Montreal. There's a lot of good stuff. There's one, if you ever go, hit me up, and I'll do a little search on the Google map and give you the name. I can't recall it off the top of my head right now, but it's a great little restaurant. It's actually like situated in like a garden. It's basically like a garden between a bunch of buildings, and it's just such a unique atmosphere for, you know, what I grew up in, and it feels like you're in a European city, even though I've never been to one. But yeah, great circuit. I think a lot of people say this is one of their favorite races to go to, because it's such a great city that it's just like a whole experience. You know, it's not just about going to the race. So really great time if you ever get a chance to go. Montreal Tourism should be paying me for this, to be honest. Really pumping their city up. So there's Maverick. He's currently P2 in the championship. He's on a hot lap. I think he hit the wall as well. But he looks like he's still going for it, is he? Hard to tell. I guess he's... Just as the battery usage looks like kind of high for the end of the lap. Yeah, he's heading into the pits. Okay, let's try and find a nice actual hot lap that's going to go to the top. Who are we putting our money on right now? Janet's out here just putting in some laps. Hold on, we got that engine clipping glitch. Let's try to... I know people say it fixes if you go to the home screen. I don't think it completely fixes it, but it does seem to help it. That's what the people say. I listen to the people. I haven't really checked the chat for a while though, have I? Analog all the way. Let's get digital. It's all analog today, boys. Oh boy, Puff is hearing it in the chat, and his teammates getting almost in his way there, really. Just not in a great spot. I wouldn't say in his way, but definitely distracting on that outside of that corner there. But we're going to try to get digital again. So far it has been analog. We're going to try to digitize this lap, see if we can put it together. It's looking pretty good so far. Really just about carrying as much speed as you can through these tricky little chicanes. It's Martin Brundle might refer to it as a Mickey Mouse track, but I'm not sure if he ever has, but these are the kind of things he doesn't like, these little dinky chicanes. So, he has invalidated, so, again, Puff still stuck in analog mode. He forgot to update the settings in the pit lane. He's going to have to go again. And Fusions, he's on a flyer. Showing pictures of his kart in the Discord. You know, it'd be pretty cool if we actually got like a nice little fan base going beyond, you know, the guys that are in the league that watch the race every week. If we had like actual outside fans, we'd make a little fan zone and give them access to that portion of the Discord only, and you know, Fusions can be like, oh, this is what I drive in real life, and post some of that, and maybe we'll get some Fusion fans in the chat, you know. But yeah, good to see. You know, a lot of these guys do actual racing. I know there's been a few guys talking about karting, and I think Ryan, he's in Tier 3 right now just because of scheduling issues with no assist. One of the quicker drivers from Tier 1 last year. He does a lot of motorbike racing, so that's quite popular in the Discord as well. And shout out to Ryan. Miss him in Tier 1. Always a good, strong racer. Just quality race pace. It didn't matter where he started, he would always get himself in the mix near the top 6 at least. So good on him. Doth has set a 109.9. He's just ahead of Jinnit, who's gone out on softs now, so Doth got some work to do there. Although has Doth set that time on the mediums? Yeah, he has, so that's actually pretty good. Doth actually ahead of Jinnit on mediums right now. This is a great track for Doth. I remember Doth and Jinnit having a heavyweight slugfest here one year. They were both like the quickest guys at the circuit. Maybe season 3 or 4. I think I was driving with them. I remember them being at the front. Pretty sure. Fusions is out though. Has he done that in the pit lane? Or did he crash? Oh no, he crashed. I was looking at the other McLaren in the pit lane, and yeah, Fusions has crashed. So who can we get on board with to get a peek at that? Joshua. He must have crashed right here. Yeah, it is a tricky place. You know, you ride this curve a little too much, you end up in that wall on the right. Definitely what would have happened there. I think there's a wheel off to the left there. But yeah, let's go find a nice hot lap here. Cobalt, been pretty quick, put in some good laps. He had a pretty good race a couple weeks ago. He's up 0.271. so nearly 3/10 he's up. Doth has just gone fastest on the soft, 109.1 for Doth. That's a great lap. Cobalt at this pace might just edge out Doth, but it's going to be close. That's a really good lap from Doth. There it is from Cobalt, perfect through the wall of champions, and I think he's going to go pole here. No, it's not. Doth on top by 400ths. Cobalt gained a lot in that final sector, but not quite enough. Jinnit. This is an important lap for Jinnit. Looks like he's just warming these tires up, getting ready to go for it. So I think this next lap for Jinnit will be the hot one. I think he's doing a few warm-up laps here. Puff going out on mediums. Or no, sorry. Yeah, it is mediums he's on. Interesting strategy. For Puff there. Oh, nice camera angle. Did they add that in today? Look at that. I'm bored of Mr. Joshua. Great shot. So Joshua needs a good lap here. I didn't see his split times. Oh, he just keeps it in. Thought he was heading to the wall there. I thought he was going to have to cut the chicane, but he really nailed that. That's a good time for Joshua. 10-2. Puts himself just into 10th. Yep. Could end up with a good starting spot and have tire choice from that with that lap. Bushy Baboon is he's the slower monkey. I think I finally got this figured out. Bushy Baboon is up 2.5 tenths though, so threatening for top 10. Not 100% sure it's going to happen, but Goofy Gibbon's been the quicker of the two monkey drivers this year. And he's up the front challenging. Scabney's put in a really nice lap time there as well, actually. Just barely behind Packer. So Scabney looking on form. He's been pretty quick this season in general. Even since last year, he switched over mid-season from Tier 2 and just sort of got better and better and better. And I think this season he looks like, you know, it genuinely belongs in Tier 1, whereas when he moved from Tier 2 last season, he was just hanging around the, you know, the 10th, 11th. Pace-wise, like he was kind of struggling to get into the points a little bit, but now he looks like a top 5 guy. So nice big improvement for Scabney. That's what you want to see, you know, like you promote these guys and move them up, and to be fair, it's a new game as well. So Scabney's come into a new game and sort of just carried that that growth and that momentum forward. So nice work from Scab. Gibbon just lifting a little bit. So I think he's getting ready for a run. Yeah, so Gibbon just going for a run. Must have been validated, so I decided to go for a second. Oh, a bit of a snap there. He caught it well, but we would definitely lost a little bit of time there. Expected Sector 1 time to be down. Yeah, he is down. Unsurprising. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying, though. From like he was a podium guy in Tier 2, and then he came up into Tier 1, and he kind of just carried himself forward consistently. Like he slowly worked his way up into the top of the grid, and I think, you know, probably about 3/4 of the way through last season, he was constantly chipping away at that top 5, and he's shown up here in this season right in that same spot. So it's good to see. You know, kind of a quiet, low-key guy. Like doesn't make too much noise. Doesn't ever call, like, you know, never screaming at people in the chat, and doesn't get tangled up in incidents and stuff. It's just he's my one of my favorite drivers, if I'm allowed to be slightly biased. Everybody knows who my real favorite is, but we're not going to talk about Doth anymore, so. But yeah, Doth on another outlap. I think he just started a flyer, so we got Porchy Dude on an outlap. We got Packer on a flyer. He's halfway through the lap. Let's check in with Packer. He's actually slowed it down. We got Cobalt pushing. Where's Doth? Doth is just behind Cobalt, so this is pretty important for pole here. Let's ride with Cobalt, and then we'll jump to Doth again since we were able to see a lap of his early in the session. I would like to see a hot lap for Doth over pole here, though. Doth has improved, actually. Did he already do his hot lap then? Yeah, I think he did. So Doth has improved by about a 1/10 and a half or so. Did anyone see the split for Cobalt? Well, yeah, he must be up. Looking like a pretty tidy lap. This is going to be tight. Oh, just behind Doth. So Doth hanging on for now. Doth does not have time to go for another run unless he... Oh, he is on an out lap, actually, so... How much time is left in the session? He's got time. Doth's going to get another lap in here. So Doth looking like he could be on for pole, and that's Portudude spinning. Not what you want to see if you're coming around that corner, and that's... Ooh, and he's put his tire out trying to turn himself around, I think. So that's going to hurt a few guys. Doth's actually gone into the pits. I think Doth has decided to call it. Gibbon has crashed. Or no, Gibbon's retired in the pits as well, sorry. We got T-Money here going for a lap. He needs to put one on the board here. Try and get himself out of 10th. Actually, pulls into the pits. I think he's maybe decided he's okay with starting there. Or maybe he'll get pipped. Jinnet's gone to... Jinnet's sitting 11th right now. He is only up at 10th. I don't know that Jinnet actually wants to improve. I think he might, if he's only up at 10th, he might just want to take that and get the tire choice. That should give him an advantage. We'll see what he does here. I can imagine he's probably going to back out. Yeah, he's backed out of it. He's not even really using the battery or anything. He just wanted to cover off, I think, if he got knocked down further. But, yeah, it looks like he's aiming for that P11 right now. So I wouldn't suspect that Jinnet's actually slow here. Maybe a little bit of strategy playing into things here, because Maverick and Pack are starting P5 and 6. Jinnet will have a good strategy advantage on them. And then we got the LGN boys, the Legion. I think that's what they call themselves, the Legion, yeah. Hayden and Cobalt are very close, tucked in behind Doth, who's barely ahead of them. So we got some really competitive lap times in that top 5. Only 3/10 really covered the top 3, and then Gibbon right there as well. So could be a really good race. Yeah, you guys are going to be able to play a little bit of strategy with Doth. You'll be able to, you know, the car, I would say if you end up 1, 2, 3 for a consistent amount of time, you know, the guy in second could probably pull an undercut. If you are sitting right behind Doth, you could look for an undercut, and then the other car can kind of, you know, maybe sit back and just conserve tires and do a little slipstreaming, and then do some nice hot laps. And, you know, let's say, hey man, the guy in second holds up Doth a little bit, maybe you jump him with the undercut and you hold him up a little bit, and then Hayden does 3, 4 extra laps and then pits, and, you know, you guys could get him, could pip him for the win. But he does have the quickest time tonight, so he's going to be tough to beat. Doth is I think the term in the popular term in the chat would be a Canada merchant. I believe Packer would refer to him as a Canada merchant, so don't be surprised if he gives you a hard time tonight. Just going to run to the washroom real quick, refill my drink, and then I'll be back for the formation lap. Uh-oh. Did everyone leave? That's what I was thinking. The lobby looked glitched. Looks like everyone's leaving the session, eh? Ruh-roh. Looks like we're gonna have to do some maintenance here. Of course they patch the game and break something, right? Okay, so working through some technical issues here. We're gonna have to get the lobby rebuilt. I think they're just gonna set the grid manually now. Man, is this my opportunity to shit on Cody's or what? Because honestly, it's so bloody typical of them to release some big update. Oh, Portimao's out, yay! Now you can't even do a fucking session. Sorry, I shouldn't say that word, really. But, that's just insane, man. Like, this hasn't happened all season. It hasn't happened ever, as far as I can tell, that some car got stuck doing continuous ghost outlaps. Like, and why wouldn't they just end the session? Like, the timer counts down, just wipe it. Like, you know. What if an actual human was doing that? What's the difference? Oh, you have? Okay, fair enough. You want my hot takes on Monza? Whew. I mean, we got time, I guess. What do you guys want to know? I think both drivers are to blame regarding the incident. The penalty, I was told that the penalty was done in sort of retrospect to the other penalty given to Hamilton previously. It was a similar situation given the circumstances. One was during the race and one was given after, so its severity is like equal, I guess. Pretty crazy shit though. Thankful for the halo, because that was the most clear evidence I think I've seen yet. I mean, the tire was sitting on his helmet. It doesn't get, really doesn't get more dangerous than that. So obviously grateful to see that everyone's okay and shit, and just a wild race overall. Obviously great to see the Honey Badger back on top. Delivered very quick. You know, I think he had it outright anyways. I think he was probably going to get it anyway. Oh, Canada, our home and native land. The lobby is glitched. Great job, Codemasters. There you go. That's all you're getting today. I don't know. I didn't even think about it. I just started singing. And if I thought about it for even half a second, I probably wouldn't have done it. So you guys can clip that and live in eternal glory. Let's get out of here. How's that lobby rebuild going? Did I get an invite yet? I did. No, it's storming bad here, so we might have some more technical difficulties before this is all said and done, guys. Did you hear that? Whoo! I heard that thunder over my headphones. That was loud. My cat just jumped down from the window. Like, shit's getting serious out there, guys. Yeah, I did it. I sang the first few lines. Then I was like, I was gonna be like, I don't know, halfway through singing the first few lines, I was like, what if I forget a verse or a line? And it's my goddamn national anthem, so I better just make something up and then drop out. We'll be fine. I can't join the session for some reason. Okay. Well, that's gonna end the stream. Let's see if this one works. Okay, yeah, look, I gotta restart it, so we'll have to we'll start the broadcast again.